What's good, Omni Gang or OMNISCALES Gang? If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. The tools will allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer, man. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's easy and everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm. Once again, that's Anchor, ANCHOR.fm. See you out there. What's good? What's good? Today, I would love to grab your attention momentarily to discuss losses. As you can clearly hear, I am still on the treadmill, winding down a 3-hour workout session. Got about a minute and 55 seconds left of the cool down period. It's like a cool down or cool up period before and after you start a treadmill workout. If you pick which exercise you want to do, I did fat burning and cardio today, which is what I'm on now still. I'm hoping my audio is ringing clearly over the sound of the treadmill and the fan, which I will now turn off. Today I want to discuss losses, not being entitled, and really feeling like and understanding that if you've done something plenty of times, you can continue to do it. Losing does not mean you're completely out of the game. Life is long, as I've continued to hear from Gary Vee, man. It's one of probably the key elements to who I am today. If it wasn't for hearing him, I'd probably be still posting on 1 or 2 outlets a day to try to get a point across or to try to complain about how I'm not this, how I'm not that, why I feel like I deserve to be somewhere, to tell a sob story, which may need to be part of the process to get to where I want to be, to get things out, on the table so they can no longer be held over me, so I can no longer beat myself up about those things, among many other things. And for a little bit of clarity here, I am still in the fitness center. Of course, I do not have a treadmill in my home, so I'm still in the fitness center where I reside. And down to the last 25 seconds, I usually don't do the warm down or the warm up exercise where it goes at a steady pace to before you start the exercise and after you finish it. But I feel like I should just do the cool down to get my mind together, to really fully understand the phenomenal life that I have, we have, and just understand that life is not over when you lose. It could be people, it could be money, it could be opportunities, it could be material possessions, it could be anything you can think of. Life is not over when you lose. I'm telling you for a fact. I know I've lost a lot. I'm not going to go into super superior detail, but I've lost people. We can just say it like that, generalize it. I've lost things. I've lost utilities. I've lost opportunities. I've lost sure things, which, nothing is finite. I mean, nothing is infinite. Everything's finite. I've lost situations because of me wanting to go outside of those situations to just not even really be with the next situation or start the next situation, figuratively speaking. But just to, show my admiration and love for that, which I probably could have done, but not to that extent. Man, the sun's gonna shine. We're gonna wake up. We're gonna have to grind the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. Things do not stop even when you die. Things do not stop even when you win and you're, basking in whatever glory you have. Hopefully showing gratitude. I know for a fact that I will be. I can only speak from my own 2 feet, from my own brain, from my own heart, from my own lungs, from my own mouth, from my own being, as an entity I am. Just continue to progress. Just keep pushing. That's what I'm learning currently, and will continue to learn. I want to be satisfied whether I'm winning or losing. I really didn't understand when someone online posted, "Get used to losing because you know how it feels and you won't expect anything. You'll continue to work so hard that, when you get the yeses, you can understand the process. You can understand what it was like when you weren't winning, and can fully understand and embrace and value the wins. There's really nothing I can personally do as far as all the losses that have happened, all the losses that will come. When you lose, you just lose. There's no do-overs. There's no mulligan. There's no toll-free number to call. There's no pardons by the president, depending on what you did. Hopefully I'll never make it there. But in that kind of circumstance. But, it's all about what you're grateful for. What are you thankful for? How happy you are with yourself, within yourself. Nobody else can make you happy. Making yourself happy, the way I understood it, the way it was told to me, making yourself happy has to be the priority. Other people can add to your happiness, but you have to be happy within yourself, as far as that goes. But yeah, man, I'm pushing my happiness up to another level. I'm staying grateful, staying humble. Showing immense gratitude for any ears. I don't give a fuck if you turn my podcast on and you're having a party and I'm the music of the party. I'm still grateful. I respect you for even playing it. I respect you for clicking the link. I respect you for checking out the shared post or the shared view you saw somewhere. I'm grateful, man. I do not focus on, a lot of things people focus on. Learning from the bottom. So I know at the top that, I'm no better than anybody else. I do not deserve anything I did not work for or earn. Adoration, gratitude, and all that stuff is great. I'm just going to stay within myself and, remain humble, remain calm, and just, continue to realize that losses will happen. They will. Wins will happen. Most people only focus on the wins, but I'm going to be grateful for the losses so that I can appreciate the wins a lot more. I'm going to say that one more time for those of you who are driving, those of you who are working out, those of you who are doing something else and didn't hear me. I'm going to be very, very grateful for the losses so I can learn from them, of course, learn from them and make myself better so that I can be much more appreciative of the wins. I feel like we all should be. Very happy and always grateful to be living, to wake up each and every day, to go do what I love, whether it be podcasting, working out, making a living, earning money, making decisions as a man, building my credit, assisting other people indirectly, just putting out positive phrases, positive words of encouragement, positive posts, positive photos. I can't get into negativity, man. I'm pushing positivity, and I'm also working on how I, one more time, I'm working on how I process and receive not only feedback, but certain situations of awareness that are happening around me. When someone is upset about something, maybe it's something I did or somebody around me did, I'm changing the way that I react to certain things. It's so easy to meet negativity with negativity, but it's much more difficult to meet negativity with positivity. So I'm definitely not a negative person by any means of the word. But I do have pride. I'm not going to lie about that. I do not like being disrespected. I do not want to be disrespected. But I'm going to continue to work on staying positive when negative people are around me, when negative situations arise around me, or I may cause something to get someone else upset. I'm just going to continue to practice kindness and stay aware. I feel like that's what I need to do as a human being. I think that's one of the blocks, quote unquote, in my life as far as me living and being happy and not coming outside frustrated or getting flustered or worrying too much about certain things that I shouldn't give a fuck about. I'm going to, just continue to keep it pushing, man. Continue to, just realize and be grateful for each day I wake up and know that tomorrow is not promised. But if I continue to work hard, stay kind, stay grateful, when it does happen the next day and the sun rises, I can approach every day, attack it super hard, super aggressively, with a lot of candor, kindness, frankness, and, responsibility and accountability as well. And, I have to continue to be empathetic in a lot of situations, every situation I encounter, every situation that involves me. And, always be self-aware, always be vigilant, mind your surroundings. If I never said that to you before, I do that. I do that. Mind your surroundings, be very vigilant. I'm just continuing to work on myself, man. And I appreciate anybody who's listening, who's come along with me on this journey. Because, man, it's been over a year and a few months now. I still haven't broken 100 episodes, but that's not the goal, to make the most episodes at the shortest amount of time. It's not the goal to, get to episode 5,000. But, I'm just still pushing, still kicking it. I've not had a guest on the podcast yet, but who's to say that will not happen? I'm sure that will. But sticking back on the main topic here, bringing it back around, the losses. You are going to lose in life. You are going to lose. I'm not saying accept it, but maybe I am. Maybe I am. The way it was told to me. Get used to it. Feel it. Learn from it. To put a positive spin on it. That's what you have to do. Learn from the losses. Put your contingency plans in place. Put your safeguards in place. Take risk, because, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't take risk, or you're not earning anything, or you're not, going forward with a process to earn something. And it's cool to get venture capitalists on your side and earn money and raise money and all that good stuff too. But you still have to do some work. Be happy with doing work. Be happy with losing. I'm telling you, it will make you grateful. You will learn from those mistakes. Even if you have to keep making a similar mistake, just don't make the same mistake if you can help it. And even if you do, just continue to learn. I would not be pushing anything I didn't believe in. I would not be saying anything that I'm not currently doing right now. But losses, man, losses. They are not the negative connotation that you grew up learning about, and that you thought it was. Losing isn't bad. You need to get used to losing to appreciate winning. But definitely watch out for delusion. Don't get delusional. Don't get stuck in your ways and think just because you lost, you got to give up. You do not have to give up. But at the same time, employ a ton of self-awareness. Realize what you're good at. Realize what you're not good at. A lot of people don't like to discuss their strengths and weaknesses, but I definitely have strengths and weaknesses. So I'm not over here preaching anything to you or preaching to the choir or throwing a rock and hide my hand without being guilty of anything that I've said. But, we got to keep pushing, man. We got to keep pushing. I'm learning to devalue money, in a sense, and before anybody gets crazy or goes crazy or hits me up on social media or DMs me, am I okay? Or would I mind checking into any kind of doctor's facility? No. I'm meaning that the world is built on credit. Money technically does not exist, but it is here to barter for different things and like that. And of course, it does help you build wealth. But at the end of the day, money really does not exist. And I'm learning to devalue it, meaning that I'm going to be doing things from here on out for years and decades to come for the simple joy of loving it, for the simple joy of believing in it, for the simple joy of the process, the dirt, the grit, the grind, whatever it takes. Not necessarily whatever it takes by any means, but whatever it takes in that process to accomplish goals that I have. I'm not going to sit around and harp on things. I'm not going to let negativity creep into my mind too hard. I'm not going to get too deep into somebody disrespecting me on like a minute level or saying something or talking to me a certain kind of way and blowing up and getting completely negative and just offsetting back and forth negativity, because that does not end well, even if both parties are scared to death of each other, but tough as hell in front of each other, still doesn't end well. And, you know, somebody around you might hear you saying something about somebody and might be the kind of person that actually does things to people who disrespect people that they know or them. And, you know, you just want that guy. You want the person that pushes the button, or the person that, you know, starts to and wants to do certain things for whatever reason. But, you know, please, everyone, be kind to each other, be respectful, to close that out and bring it back around. Losses aren't bad. Losses to me are learning experiences. Losses to me are needed. Losses to me assure me that being self-aware is not the way, being entitled is not the way to live. I do not want to be entitled. I am losing all sense of entitlement. I do not want anybody who listens to me to believe that I am some kind of self-centered, arrogant bastard. At the same time, respectfully, I really don't care what anybody thinks about me. Living, dead, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically, soulfully. But at the same time, I'm very grateful. I show respect. I'm trying to continue to learn not to hear the cheering or the boos, meaning the positivity or negativity in my light. I'm not going to get too high on the praise, and I'm not going to get too low on the negativity. Losses are in place for a reason, to ensure that you learn. Systems are in place for a reason. Laws are in place for a reason, to ensure that you abide by them. And in my opinion, to make you better, not just that, just trying to bring us down, make sure we don't have anything, make sure we don't work for anything, make sure we don't. Nobody's in control of you. Nobody's in control of you building up your credit. I'm seeing that now as I am building my own credit in the process. It's all on you, man. What you gonna do? Wake up today, grind, hustle, shine, go for what you want. You know, take losses on the chin, learn from them. Keep going, keep rocking. Become bigger, better. You know, essentially really learn that you need to have your business in order and be able to change your mind if you want to. You know, it's not necessarily a law to only stick to one thing. I'm a firm believer in being a jack of all trades. I would love to become that myself. I cannot help but understand that if you stop or give up or just feel like there's nothing left to do, or that nothing will ever be better than whatever negative bullshit you're going through, you've lost. And no, I don't want to lose completely. I'll take losses, but I will not lose completely. I want to build something. I want to become stronger. I want to become faster. I want to become wiser. And I just want everything to turn out great. When it does, it does. When it doesn't, it doesn't. That doesn't mean I was doing anything wrong. That only means that I need to continue to learn every single day. I need to continue to be self-aware every single day. I need to show respect every single day if I want that in return. There's nothing you can do. As I leave the fitness center here, so you may start to hear traffic and birds and nature. There's nothing that you can do that's going to completely exclude you from life aside from dying. So I feel like as long as you're above ground, it's a great day out here today. Sun's out, no clouds in sight. But as long as you continue to do what you need to do, you can prosper. But definitely try to avoid delusion, though. If like after a year and a half, you may need to reevaluate, as I've learned. But, you know, keep pushing, stick to it. I'm still working on trying to come up with a plan to sell some things on eBay. Some money I could use just to save or invest. But, you know, I feel like I'll figure it out. And, you know, all it takes is Googling, learning, doing hours and hours upon hours of research, tens of hours if you really want to get super deep into it. That's all it takes, man. All you have to do is truly, truly believe in yourself. Because at the end of the day, you and maybe some financial advisors you have are the only people that may be in your corner, besides a few family members that you trust, your inner circle. But that's where self-awareness always comes in. And most definitely, I appreciate your time. I love you. Thank you. Go forth. Stay on point. Work hard. You can prosper. And in closing, you are in control of your own happiness. Thank you for listening to the podcast today.